normally one starts a conversation about Haiti with a moment of silence, but that probably wouldn't go over too well on YouTube, so we're going to save that for the end. Here on the screen you see Dr. Mark Pinard. He's the Mother Teresa of the area in Haiti we work at, and the other angel is my wife next to him. When Mark called us up some day after the earthquake and said, "Where are you guys?" the first thing we do is find one of our wealthy friends who wanted to be lameless, and we get on his private jet, act a little bit like the Beverly Hillbillies, you know, golly, this is sure fancy. Things went downhill in terms of accommodations after that. We landed in a place called Jiminy, which is where we've been many times before. We turned the orphanage that we normally work with into a 7 operating room theater. We were one of the biggest kick-butt hospitals in all of Haiti. Pretty proud of that. We got a chance to work with the Haitian people, and if you ever get a chance to work with the Haitian people, you're very lucky. Think of it like going back to the 60s. Peace, love, community. The reason so many people survived is they took care of themselves. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. If you want to learn more, you can go to carolandtomsinhaiti.com. That's our big adventure. I'm going to talk about what the French took with them when they left Haiti. They took every single tree when they left as sort of reparations in the 1700s. The Haitians cook everything with wood. And what they do to make it super efficient is they take the wood they do have, which I don't see, and they turn it into charcoal because it's easily commodified, it's easily moved from one place to the other. And it can be traded, it can be used, but they use it incredibly inefficiently. One of the things that drives you crazy is the one thing Haiti shouldn't be doing is having charcoal. They make what are called 3-stone stoves. This stove is actually inside a house, and if you go in and visit one of these houses, like being in an outhouse and someone started a fire in the corner, and you can stay in there for maybe a minute. Most people can't stay in there for more than 30 seconds. This is their version of a Weber grill. This is the next technology forward. They put a huge pile of charcoal in there, and they burn everything at full speed. There's no conception of simmer. There's nothing at all. But they make great food, let me tell you. That's some of the best food I have. As health professionals, we realize that you just can't do anything unless you solve some of the social problems. This slide here is the kids falling in the fires. Happens all the time. It's happening more now that they're in displaced homes and in camps. They don't know where the fire is. So by having to pay so much money for charcoal, they don't have enough money to put their kids in school. They don't have enough money to buy the medicines that we recommend they buy. It has all kinds of social consequences because of the way they fuel and cook their food. I know what you're thinking, solar energy, right? Well, we tried that. We tried a lot of things that didn't work too well, and this wasn't one of our solar energy things, but can you say food insecurity? I mean, how long do you think it takes those potatoes to cook, and how long do you think they're going to stay there? So we tried a lot of things, but they have to fit in culturally. Actually, in this picture is the solution. It's hard to see. It's on the left-hand side, and actually you can't see it for some reason because the picture is not coming up, and it's called the rocket stove. So instead of a 3-stone stove, there it is right over there, the rocket stove. It's flown in to be with us today. For the cook, it has all kinds of benefits. They spend a lot less time cooking because it has some energy efficiency to it. They spend a lot less time buying wood, gathering wood. They also breathe less smoke. They also put less carbon in the atmosphere. So you're thinking what? Carbon credits. So for every one of these stoves that we put in place, 2 of them offsets your carbon footprint. Unless you drive a puke yellow Hummer, then we charge you an extra stove to drive that around. So what we're trying to create is a perpetual motion machine where carbon credits come in at the top and you have stoves pumping out of the bottom, which then produce more carbon credits. Initially what we're doing is we're just making sure they work on the ground, which I assure you that they do. And so we just need that initial funding to get that funnel going. And it's happening. It's going to happen because it has to happen in Haiti, and everyone's very optimistic. The earthquake in Haiti, I think everyone knows enough facts about it. You know, 230,000 people died in this hurricane. Worst, you know, natural disaster in human history. These are 2 of my friends down there. When we went there after the hurricanes, they would hold out their hands, and they would say marché, marché, which meant basically in Creole that we're hungry. When we went back there after the hurricanes, they would hold out their hand and say, Clorox, Clorox, Clorox. And we'd ask our translators, what does that mean in Creole? And they say, that's not Creole. They're saying that in English. They mean Clorox. It means they're so hungry it feels like someone put bleach in my stomach. And now for that moment of silence. And of course, the website, which is, let me see if I get this right now, it's greenstoves.org, or you can contact me if you want to get involved in this project. I'm Haiti@tomritter.com.